We've done it, guys. Oh my God, we've done it. We've sold the first flip, the Toyota RunX, in only 3 days. 3 days. Like, yeah, I know I'm good, but to be honest, I didn't know I was that good. Bruh. I'm just kidding. 3 days, we sold the Toyota RunX. Now, for this flip, we only paid $3,250. In the previous episode, we bought it off Jackie, an old lady owner. It didn't need too much work. I spent $200 getting it fixed up. The right side panel needed a bit of work. Sent it to my painter. He touched that up for me, and then we spent about $50 on travel costs. And then we sold it for $5,500 for a $2,000 profit. That's insane in 3 days.
I'm gonna come. Oh.
So the people that bought it, they were a young couple, a Colombian couple who had been in New Zealand for about 10 years. They messaged me saying that they actually had bought another car, a BMW. Now, with this BMW, they had actually paid for it and then they had driven it for 20 minutes to get home, and then the check engine light had come on. Now, immediately there's warning signs, you know, they're like, oh my God, nah, I don't want to do this. Like, it shouldn't be coming up with an engine light already after 20 minutes. Like, that's ridiculous. So they went back to the owner. It was a private sale, and they said, hey, look, the check engine light has come on. It's not running properly. Can we get our money back, please? And he told them, basically, I'm gonna send it to my mechanic. I'm gonna get him to look over it because I don't know what you guys have done with it in that 20 minutes that you've had it. He thought that they had messed around with the car and it was their fault. And they asked for their money back, and he kept $700. 700 bucks. Like, that's an absolute scumbag move.
Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
Like, he took advantage of this young Colombian couple, probably knowing that they didn't actually know too much about cars or the rules or how it all works. And he kept $700 of their money. You know, they had only owned it for 20 minutes. He should have done the right thing. He should have given all their money back. So yeah, they're at a loss of $700, you know, and I actually felt really bad for this couple because they had gotten ripped off. They got sold a piece of shit BMW. This is why I don't mess with Euros. Just they cause too many problems. They're too hard to fix, too expensive to fix. I was happy to sell them a good, solid, reliable Toyota Corolla that's gonna last them a long time, get them from A to B, and something that they can depend on and rely on. Only having sold it in 3 days, like, I'm pretty stoked with that. The main concern with this car was probably the light blue. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of light blue, and it's a color that's not really for everyone, but that was probably my one main concern about selling this car. It wouldn't really appeal to everyone, it's just the color. But hey, look, I had quite a bit of interest just in a couple of days, and they were obviously pretty happy with it. And with these Toyotas, you know, they will go forever. So I'm actually really stoked with this result for the first flip to get us that Ferrari, Lambo, and GTR. What a start! What a start, guys. $2,000. We're moved up to $5,500 for the second flip. Sold in 3 days. Like, yeah, let's go. So what we're gonna do next is we're gonna go to the scoreboard. We are going to rank this car out of 40 in 4 different categories, and we're gonna do this for each and every flip that we do, and we're gonna find out which flip is the best on the way to these 3 supercars. Alrighty guys, welcome to the scoreboard. So each flip that we do, every time we sell one, we're gonna come to the scoreboard and we're gonna rank them. So starting at number 1 is reliability. Now each one will get a score out of 10. Number 2 is style, the way it looks, drive, the way it handles, how fast it goes, that sort of thing, and then comfort, the way it feels inside.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
So each one will get a score out of 10, and then we'll add them up, we'll rank them out of 40, and then each car that we do, each flip that we do, we're gonna rank them from worst to best car, and we're gonna find out which flip that I do to get me these supercars is number 1 on this list. So for reliability, for the Toyota RunX, out of 10, yeah, you can't really beat a Toyota Corolla, Toyota RunX. These little 1.5 litre engines will go forever. They are worldwide known for being one of the most, or if not the most reliable car in the world. I've heard stories of Toyota Corollas doing over 1 million kilometers. No, that's not even a joke, that's for real. 1 million kilometers. Like, these things will go forever if you look after them. So I don't think you can really compete with the reliability when it comes to a Toyota Corolla. So for that fact, I am gonna give it, a 10 out of 10. Now for style, out of 10. I think the shape of the car and the way the body lines work for a 2006, for a car of this era, is actually pretty cool. They have a nice shape, they're not ugly, they are a cool little hatchback, and they are really popular with first-time drivers because they're not like Nissan March or a Honda Fit. They actually look kind of cool. They got a nice shape to the body, they got good lines. If you put some aftermarket wheels just like this one had, they can look really cool. So for style, I think for a hatchback of this era, I'm probably gonna give this, I don't know, 7.5. So a car of the early 2000s, it did drive alright, it did go really well. When I put my foot down to go on the motorway, you know, it built up speed pretty slow. Like, these aren't the quickest hatchback car for sure. It's only a 1.5 litre, so it doesn't have a hell of a lot of power. I'm probably only guessing maybe 100 horsepower or just over that. But once you put your foot down, it did make a lot of noise, but it didn't actually have a lot of go. It built up speed pretty slow, but you know, you don't buy these for speed, power, you buy these for reliability and fuel efficiency. So for drive, I'm probably gonna give it, a 4. And now for comfort, it did have all the basic technology. It had working aircon, it did have a stereo, that sort of thing, working electronic windows, so it did have modern technology in there. The seats felt reasonably comfortable. Now I probably could sit in them maybe a couple of hours on a decent drive, but going on a big long like road trip or something, probably not. You probably would get quite a sore back, but you could obviously sit back in your seat. Was reasonably comfortable. You know, you can't expect too much from a car that's $5,500. So for comfort, I'm probably gonna give it a 5. All right, let's do some quick maths.
Boom. 2 + 2 is 4. -1, that's 3. Quick maths.
10 plus 7.5 is 27.5 plus 4, that's what, 31.5.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
God, I just messed that up, didn't I? Holy shit, staying in school, kids. All right, let's start that again. 10 plus 7.5 is 17.5, plus 4 is 21.5, plus 5 is 26.5. I thought, oh shit, I counted it, it was gonna be in the 30s. I was like, holy shit, that's too high. So there it is, 26.5 out of 40. Alrighty guys, so here's the breakdown of the buy. I got it for $3,250 after a little bit of tough negotiating. I got a couple of $100 off the original agreed price. Paid $50 in gas to get over there. Now it was probably an hour and a half away, so a 3-hour trip. Now in a diesel ute, yeah, it was about $50. $200 on pay to fix up that door on the driver's side. And then that brought the total price to $3,500. So we're basically all in on the challenge. We spent the total $3,500. We didn't leave any loose change on this one. We were all in. Now, I sold it for $5,500, which is a pretty good price for a Toyota RunX. For dealers selling them here in New Zealand, they range from, say, a minimum of $5,000 to about $6,000. So I pretty much hit the sweet spot right in the middle at $5,500. So I made a net profit of $2,000. Now that gives us, for the next flip, $5,500. Now with that, what can I buy? I could buy another Toyota Corolla, something like a Honda Accord, they're really good cars, or a Mazda Excella, something a bit more sporty, maybe even a 2-litre, but I'm gonna have to really do my homework, find a good deal to get me a little bit more profit, to get me closer to that 10K range, because once we hit 10K, you know, that will unlock a whole different level of cars and profit margin. So pretty happy with that result, making $2,000, and then we got $5,500 to play with on the next flip. Alrighty guys, so for each flip that we do, we're gonna stick it right up here. Stick that right there. We're gonna have the wall of fame, the number one. Flip number one is the Toyota RunX. We started with $3,500, now we're at $5,500, ready to move on to flip number two. So we're gonna build them all up here, and then eventually way down the other side we're gonna have the supercar. So there it is guys, flip number one, done and dusted, mission completed. Now I've got some homework to do. I've got a lot to do actually. I've got to find this next flip. I don't know why I'm still talking to you guys. So if you want to see what's next for this challenge, go click on this video and we'll see you there.